Hi, everyone, and welcome to the End of Life Journey and Beyond, the Sands of Time. My name is Lisa Strahs-Lorenc, and I am a bereavement specialist. And it's good to see you, Susan.
It's great to see you, Lisa. I'm Susan Capurso, end of life doula, legacy specialist. And Lisa and I both do a bunch of things, but today we're here for you, and we have some really good information regarding celebrating birthdays. And this is important information, whether for you or for a loved one who has passed away in your life. So let's get started today, Lisa. Thank you for
Sure.
coming this morning.
Sure, of course. So, birthdays. After the loss of somebody, it is really hard to think of your own birthday. Let's start that way, okay? My birthday was 10 days after my husband died. And I'm a birthday person. I was raised celebrating my life and that every birthday is special and important. But after you've lost somebody, it's really, really hard to think about celebrating at all. So my kids took over since it was only 10 days later, and they took me to a spa and they did my hair, which was really big. And I had a whole spa day. And though it was really hard for me to be all in, I sort of did it for them because they were doing it for me. However, it was a beautiful day and it was very, very special. And even though it was so soon since my loss, I realized how important it was to continue to celebrate. Not easy at all, but my birthdays have always been a recognition that life goes on and that I'm alive. And it is really important to celebrate the fact that you are still living. And even though sometimes you feel like you shouldn't be here anymore or the loss is just so much for you, um, the fact is that this is life. We've talked about it so much that life and death are all part of the life cycle. And so a birthday means that you are alive, that you are living another year, and that we're celebrating your life. So birthdays since my husband's been gone, have gained momentum. In the beginning, it was again trying to celebrate and make sure that I was, you know, enjoying it as best I could. But as time went on, and time does help, um, I realized that life is good. Life has moved on. Not that I have forgotten my loved one, but that I honor him by continuing to celebrate living. That's how I see my life.
And that was so beautifully said. So beautifully said, because you're not celebrating the person in the respect of a celebration for them, right? You're celebrating their birthday to honor them, of course, but really for you,
So right now
right?
I'm talking about my birthday. Now we're going to talk about the loved one's birthday in a minute. But my
Okay.
birthday,
My brain's going back and
yeah,
forth.
that's all right. My
We're all
birthday,
talking about both today, right?
yes. So my birthday means that I'm alive, that my
Right.
job is to live the best life that I can live, that I celebrate me, that I celebrate growing older, because when you stop having birthdays, you're gone. And so if you just look at your life, and it doesn't have to be a big deal, I make it a big deal because that's how I was raised. And I continue to do that. I just turned 70 and people say, "Oh, don't tell anybody." I'm thrilled with being 70. I'm older than my mother, who was only 26. I'm older than my father, who was 57. I'm older than my husband, who was 56. And I'm catching up to my mom, who was 72. So for me, a birthday is a celebration. It means I'm living. It means that I'm here to celebrate another year. So I'm hoping that people see that their lives are worth celebrating, even with the ups and downs and the sadness and the happiness. That's all part of living, that's all part of life. But a birthday means that you are alive, and that's your day. I always tell people celebrate you because that's the day you were born. That's the day you came into this world. So birthdays are a very special recognition that here you are to live, to love, to do whatever you can do to have a life. And it may not look the way it used to look, and it may not feel the way it used to feel, but you go on. We all go on somehow, in some way.
Exactly. And and it may not be a celebration like you mentioned, but it could be a drive to a park and sit in a chair, sit in a beach chair and just stare at the scenery or bring a book,
Right,
right?
right,
That could be
right.
a celebration for yourself.
That's
You
right.
may not feel like celebrating with other people, and
That's
that's
right.
okay,
It is.
right?
It is. You find the meaning, as you said, that's right for you. That gives you something, that gives you a feeling of being alive, of being alive. And so, whatever meaning that is for you, whatever that joy, that little joy is for you, you use that joy at that time. Now, for
Right.
me, every 10 years is huge. The 5 years is good too, but 10 years is huge. And what I did, since you were there too, and what I did with my 17 friends was really special. To have women around me who have been part of my life in many different ways was just an amazing day for me. Amazing. And to share that time together. So again, you figure out the meaning and what you want. You might go away or you might be with friends or you might be alone, like you said. But it is your day. And I feel badly for people who let the day pass. I do. I feel like they're missing out on something that they deserve. They deserve the day that's theirs. It's nobody else's. That's when they were born. That's when they came into this earth to live. And until they're gone, that's their day. That's their birthday. So,
And you have to remember also about the timeline. So if it's a recent loss or even a loss within the year, maybe you just don't feel like celebrating, and that's okay too, you know. But I think what Lisa's talking about is as time is moving forward,
that's
right?
true. And I did do it for the kids. The kids want to do something for me. I mean, 10 days. Listen, he was sick for
That
15
was
months.
amazing. And again, you're amazing, and in your thought processes and how we should celebrate life. You're more amazing than maybe the next person who can't do that for 5 years, right? So it's just
Again,
wonderful that you're able to
we
do that in 10 days.
I know, and we do talk about time frame, and everybody's different. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's feelings are different. We all are a product of how we were born and what has happened to us in our lives, and that's true for all of us. And I'm just giving examples and not any kind of guideline because everybody is different in how they decide what to do. But I'm
Right.
saying to look at your birthday as your day, as a
Mm.
celebration of your life, I think puts a really nice spin on what your life is. Your life has all kinds of ups and downs. Your life has been challenges. We are who we are because of them. I am who I am because of what's happened to me in my life and how I grew up. So, um, celebrating yourself it's a gift to yourself.
Yeah, I like that.
Me too.
I like
Now,
that. So now let's get into talking a little bit about where my mind was all over the place
yes,
before.
yes,
Um, a loved one who's passed in your life, and now the birthday's coming near.
yes,
And there's
yes.
anxiety in that to begin with. And I think we can take away some of that anxiety by pre-planning a little bit, right?
I do too. Yes. And we know that sometimes this time period before something happens, the time period before holidays, the time period before birthdays, the time period before anniversary is the hardest. Sometimes the day itself is not so bad, but it's the anxiety of it. All right, so let's talk about a loved one's birthday. They're not getting any older. They're not here to celebrate anymore. However, I believe that the celebration of that loved one is also a gift. They were born, they were part of your life for however many years. And even though they're gone, I just think it's a wonderful way to remember them. So on birthdays, and I'll just tell you all my traditions, okay? I'm one of these people who likes traditions, and everybody finds something different, but I found what's meaningful to me. I'll start with my mom, my second mom. So my adopted mom, I celebrate her birthday on February 23rd. And what I do is I play the video of her 70th surprise birthday party. I made an amazing party. She was very sick. And I made an amazing party for her that probably gave her another year of life. I had 98 people at a birthday party, which she thought was an anniversary party for us. And it was a birthday party for her. It was amazing. And I watch that video every year. I also watch it with Irma, her friend, because it gives her a lot of delight and happiness. And we just see how happy my mom was to be around all the friends and the relatives, and how wonderful it was to be celebrating her. So that's how I take away and honor her day, her birthday. Now comes my father, May 8th. Okay. I told the story, but I'm going to say it again because now this is the birthday story. After he died in May, it was our anniversary and we were supposed to go away. We didn't go away. I couldn't. It was only a couple of days before our anniversary. So we waited quite some time. We waited till the winter time, and we ended up in Washington, D.C. Just on a weekend. And we went to all the memorials. They were all decorated. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. And on the way home, going, to back to the hotel, we saw this huge billboard that said, new movie released, Barbara Streisand, Yentl. I knew nothing about this movie. I hadn't heard of it. I didn't know what it was about. I love Barbara Streisand. And Fred, my husband, said to me, why don't we go see this movie? We don't know what it is, but we'll go. Never dreaming that this movie was about a father and a daughter. Okay. I can't tell you how I sat through that movie. Yenta, what a gorgeous piece of work and amazing. All of it was so amazing. And I got to the very end of that movie. Everybody had left the theater, but I always read everything. I read all the credits, I read everybody, right? There was a dedication at the end of the movie. And of all things, it said, dedicated to my father and all of our fathers. And I said, this is it. This is the message. And here I am crying away because this movie means the world to me. I have been watching this movie for 40 years on his birthday. Every May 8th, I watch that movie. I know that movie inside out. I know every single frame. I know every single song. But that movie means the world to me. The world to me. And that's how I celebrate my father. Okay. Now let's go to November 18th. And that was my husband's birthday. So on November 18th, I decided that I should watch a movie that both of us really enjoyed. And we loved The Big Chill. Great movie about friends, great movie about relationships, just a really good movie. And so many of those people became famous after that movie. So I watch that movie, I get some wine, I get some popcorn, and I celebrate Fred and I because that's what we enjoyed watching. So the day doesn't go by. I don't want the day to go by and not mean anything. I want those people to be remembered. And that's how I still celebrate them. Now, you don't have to do all those things. Might just light a candle, stew.
Not even what you just talked about is not, you said you don't have to do all those things. It sounds like a lot, but you were talking about three different people, three different days and three
Correct,
different events.
correct.
So really watching a movie that's probably about 90 minutes to 2 hours of your day, that's not a lot.
It's not.
That's
It's
not
not.
a lot, but it's a beautiful way to honor
Right.
a person.
Or a video or family something or other, you could do that. Stu, my partner, really enjoys just going and getting a blondie. His wife, who died of a heart attack, loved blondies. So we try to find a blondie in some restaurant, which is not the brownie, but the blondie. So he does that. And another one, posting pictures. You can post pictures on social media of the person. I'll give you another example. So I have that memorial website. So every time there's an anniversary or a birthday or a Valentine's Day or something like that, I put a virtual flower up. I put a virtual candle up. I might write something in the little blurb too, remembering you or something. You know, it just keeps them
My husband
here.
never wanted to celebrate his birthday.
Okay.
Okay. But what he
Okay.
wanted to do every year on his birthday, let's get Chinese food.
Okay.
He loved Chinese food. Why he felt that was a celebration on his birthday, I have no clue because he would get it a couple times a week on a regular basis.
Okay.
But on his birthday, he wanted Chinese food. So that's
Okay.
something the boys and I have tried to continue to do. We
Nice.
all Chinese food and have dinner together on his birthday.
Nice. That's great. That's great. And you know what? I think finding something meaningful that meant something, to the two of you or to him or whatever loved one, parents, your siblings,
Something that
children.
the two of you that you did together, and
Yes,
this could be the passing of your mom or your dad, and maybe you spent through the years doing something special together. Hold on to that.
that's right.
Hold on to that.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, we're not saying that that's substitutes for anything. What we're saying is that helps still have them with you. It's those memories that we pass on, that we continue to embrace as part as we try to live a new life. And but those memories are still part of us. They're who we are. They've made us who we are now, through the
And
years.
remember that these things are not just for you, okay? They could really be valuable for your family,
Absolutely.
or the friends that you all hung out together. No matter who it is, just all of you getting together in honor of,
Yes.
your special person makes everybody present, makes the situation a beautiful one,
Yes. I
right?
just tell you that the worst to me is denying that they ever existed. If you wipe them away and if you decide that nothing, that's for me personally hurtful because I want to remember a part of my life. I want to remember them. And even though it's sad that they're not here celebrating their birthday anymore or my birthday anymore, it's still part of my life.
I noticed with my two boys, they don't bring up dad a lot.
Yeah.
So I've tried to be purposeful in that after he passed to talk about him a lot. And honestly, it's not hard to do. Things would come up in the course of a day, and I'd be like, oh, daddy would not like that, or daddy would have said this, or daddy would have loved this. Or do you remember when we were here and daddy did that? So I like that because it keeps him alive and it keeps him present with us. And
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe that's harder for my boys to just bring him up and bring scenarios up and situations up. But everybody's
Yes.
different,
Yes. My
right?
kids also, same thing as you. My kids
Yeah,
also, they don't talk about him as much as I do. They don't bring things up as much as I do.
I think that
Um, everybody's different. They're kids. I was a spouse, so it is different. But in their own way, I think they honor him and I think they remember him. Um, again, you have to find what's right. But birthdays are a really special time. And if you can,
to make a big cake either. When you go grocery shopping on
yeah,
Thursday,
yeah,
go to the bakery and pick up a cupcake.
yeah, that's right.
How about that? And
Sure.
just light a candle.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great idea.
Simple things, right?
Simple things. So, so hopefully this gives you some ideas and gives everyone a feeling of the special day. It's one day a year. That's what it is, one day a year. Your special
Yeah,
day and the day that they were born. That's what it is. So
very nice. And if you watch this, we'd love to hear some comments about how you celebrate your loved one's birthday. That would be wonderful.
it would be. It would be. So do you want to update anybody on what you're up to lately?
Well, not really today
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm in the process. Actually am launching a new project this week.
We're
So it's very
excited.
exciting, but I'd like to do a one of our shows about the project.
Okay.
Uh,
Sure.
and I'm so excited. It's called Forever My Voice.
Okay.
So you can learn a little bit more if you go to forevermyvoice.com. But until then, I'll
Okay.
wait until I can bring the whole project to fruition. And how about you,
That's a
Lisa?
nice carrot. So I have been at a retirement community and I've been speaking to caregivers and also to people who are grieving. We dealt last week, the first week, with just our emotions and trying to figure out sort of where we're at. And this week I have a fun exercise to do, a lot of handouts to give. There's a lot of caregiver resources, grieving resources. There's a lot out there, very different from, many, many years ago in the 50s and 60s, where they didn't really talk about this or anything. I mean, I think that things are much more open now, which is good. That's a really good thing. So,
That's wonderful, wonderful. So, yeah, if your organization or I think you're at a over 55 community, maybe,
I am,
am I
I
right?
am. Yes.
Anything like that, and you'd like to have Lisa come in and do something like that with your residents there, give her a call. Her phone number is right at the top of this video. Lisa,
I will.
thank you so much. I hope that we gave a few good tips on birthdays today, whether they're for you or for the passing of your loved one. And again, any topics, any information that you want to learn about, please reach out to us and let us know. And we're willing to entertain all different kinds of ideas. We have some great shows coming up in the near future.
We do. And we're
So
over
thank you
a
for
hundred
stopping.
videos. We're over a hundred videos now. That's how
We need
much
to
we've been
celebrate
doing.
that,
Good
right?
for us. Yes. Yes. Good for
Thank
us.
you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
today.
Yep. And take care. Wishing you all the best.
And happy birthday.
Happy birthday, everybody.